Say hi. I ate a lot of peanut butter with apples after a long bike ride, and I'm dirty. I'm dirty. Say hi. Say hello. Come, come eat some pasta. You want? You want some pasta? Yeah, there you go. You want daddy to open for you? You want to open yourself? Huh? Do you want daddy to open it for you, or do you want to open it yourself? Okay, go ahead and open it yourself. Man, it's a beautiful day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful day, and today we're going to be talking about the the U.S. real estate price collapse. Again, the prices of real estate are going to collapse in America like we never seen it before. And on top of that, we're going to see massive, massive foreclosures, which basically leads into um, why the prices are going to come down. On top of all the loose lending that the bankers have created that has caused the mess. But people have asked me, Mike, why do you say the bank? Why do you say that the real estate's going to collapse? Okay, so there's going to be a variety of different pools that are going to be motivated sellers to sell. Let's just look at the bug right now. The bug is targeting older people. So when these older people when they pass away, their kids are going to inherit the property. And more than likely, the kids are not going to be in a situation where they want the property because with the economy the way it is, their kids are probably going to be losing their jobs or getting pay cuts, etc. And so these individuals that are going to lose their lives in this bug all across America, many of them will have real estate because they're the baby boomers, and the baby boomers are what you know that was the era of wealth creation in America, and a lot of them do have real estate. And once these people pass, these people's kids are going to want to dump these properties. So that's one pool that's going to be a significant pool of inventory. The other pool of massive inventory is going to be, we just saw unemployment being 3 million plus. So again, 3 million plus in America. Hey, sweetheart, come over here and say hi to the people. I don't want the bike to fall on you. So she ate a lot of peanut butter, guys. We ate apples, peanut butter, and she's now eating what I call Pest Set in Iran. I forgot the name of it in America. Pistachios, guys. Right? You eating the pistachios? Okay, so guys, going back to the story, the second level of inventory is going to come in from all these people that have lost their jobs. There's over 3 million people, again, over 3 million people in like just matter of days that have lost their job. The number is going to increase, okay? And out of those 3 million people, many of them will own property. Out of the ones that own property, if you want to say 10%, if you want to say 30%, if you want to say 100%, 50%, it doesn't matter. Whatever percentage you think is a great percentage, out of that amount are going to be losing their homes because of job layoffs or because of corporations letting them off, right? Because it's not even their own fault. Corporations bought their own stock instead of investing into their companies, creating a better gadget or service, and now they're going to go belly up because of too much debt they took on to buy their own stocks. So when you add that second ingredients to the inventory list, the people that are going to lose their lives because of the coronavirus and they have properties they're going to sell, and or their kids are going to sell, and the people that have lost their jobs that they're going to try to sell their homes. Okay, when you add those two inventory on there, and then you have to add the inventory of people that think they're going to get saved because FHA or HUD said, look, we're not going to foreclose on you guys. We're going to make the banks wait 120 days or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or whatever they decide to give homeowners. Well, many of those homeowners are going to do what's called forbearances. You're not supposed to eat it like that. You want Daddy to open it for you? Yeah, you have to open the seat, Jigga. You You have to open the seat, champ. Here you go. No, no, honey. You gotta open the seat. Jay, gotta. There you go. Give me the other one. So many of these, going to the story, guys, many of these people that are going to not make their payments because for whatever reason they think they don't want to make the payments, or they think, they can't because they lost their jobs or business have closed down. Well, a lot of these people will think, they could work something out like a forbearance program, and they probably will, but eventually majority of them are going to go to foreclosure anyways, because the forbearance program, they may not allow the borrowers to make the payments for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but after that term, they want all their money up front, and most sellers will have blown that money or just not made that money because of job loss. So at the end of the day, it's going to go to foreclosure. So you're going to have the short sales, and you're going to have the loan modification inventory. You're going to have the other two inventories that I added on top of that. Then you're going to have all these people that the bankers lend out money to that shouldn't qualify for a home, and somehow they bought a home that was way bigger than they could have really afford. Now they can't make payments for whatever reason, and you have your average motivated sellers, and then you also have this other pool of very high inventory homes, which is home builders. Because if you look around everywhere, they're building properties everywhere. And so these home builders are going to be competing with home sellers, and the home builders were going to have brand new properties with 10-year warranties, with 10-year warranties with everything, and they're going to have it $30,000 to $50,000 less than a home seller in their previous subdivision. So there's going to be a lot of inventory from home builders. There's going to be a lot of inventory with. Hello. Hello. You're so nice.
Am I scary with my mask?
Y'all turn
around. So going to, as you can see from the illustrations I just made, there's going to be massive inventory of people trying to sell their homes, which is going to bring down the prices of real estate. And as more people try to sell, the more the prices will come down. And if we get into something like a credit crunch, which I think we will, even if we don't, there's going to be less buyers out there because the assets are coming down. The assets have overinflated. For example, if you look at Vegas, if you look at Colorado, in 10 years, property value has doubled. So if you had a $200,000 home, now it's worth $400,000. And that's just abnormal. And so prices are going to come down significantly. People are going to be what's called upside down. Today they may have, equity in their homes. In a month, in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, they're not going to have any equity. They're just going to have this debt. And it's not going to feel good for them to make the payments on this debt anymore, because they may have lost their job. They may have got a job reduction. Everyone down the street is selling their home and moving out, and they're realizing that, hey, their house is not worth what their debt balance is, and they're going to say, look, you know what? I am not going to start making payments anymore. I am just going to just walk away from this property, or I'm just going to file bankruptcy. And there's going to be a lot of people filing bankruptcy, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to lose their homes in this foreclosure because there's going to be too much inventory, not enough buyers, and again, 3 million people. If you just say, okay, out of this 3 million people, 50% of them own homes. Out of the 50% of them that own homes, 30%, 20% are going to foreclosure. That's a big chunk of people, on top of the people that normally go to foreclosure. So where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is there's going to be a great massacre of real estate, and we're probably not going to see prices of real estate, continue going up for a while. They're going to go down. Which is going to create a lot of people that are going to be upside down in America, especially if they bought a home in the last 5 to 7 years. They're going to be upside down tremendously, and they're not going to have solutions besides face the foreclosure or face bankruptcy. However, if they meet an investor like me that's willing to buy their home and take a risk and buy their home by just taking over their payments, then they may have a solution versus getting slaughtered like all the other sheeps. And that solution is a risky solution for the home seller. It's also a risky solution for me, because anything you do in life has a risk. But that said, it's the seller's what I call best worst option, because when they have no equity in their homes, or they have marginal equity, and by the time they pay all the closing costs, they're going to have to come up a couple of grand in their pocket, or they might be upside down 10, 20, 30. Okay, then they can't do nothing besides let the house go to foreclosure, unless they meet an investor like me. Why I said, look, sure, your house may have $30,000 worth of negative equity because of the market it is today, but in 7 to 10 years, maybe more, maybe less, right? I know that the market is going to come up because this is America. This is one of the greatest countries ever, and I'm not going to buy the property because there's equity in it. Because if the seller's upside down $30,000, $40,000, I'm actually buying it with negative equity. But I'm not buying it for equity, because I'm not going to fix and flip it immediately. What I am buying it for immediately is what's called the cash flow, because these sellers have ultra low interest rate, almost 0%. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take over the seller's payment and immediately rent the property out. Okay? And when I say take over the seller's payment, that means that the seller's going to deed me the property. They're going to deed me the title. They're going to be the rightful owner of it. Right? What are you eating, Pest Set? Guys, always feed your kids healthy food, man. Okay? Always feed your kids healthy food. Sugar is very, very addictive, and it kills your kids, man. And obesity is like heart attack is pretty high up there. Okay? So that's a little off subject, but watch what you feed your kids. Okay? But coming back to these sellers, if I buy a house that has negative equity, right then and there, I'm going to be cash flowing significantly because of the interest rates being so low, and the cost of, life is constantly going up because of printing of money, and the Fed is just printing money. And on top of that, as more people start getting their homes foreclosed on, there's going to be more and more renters available. So the supply of inventory for rentals will go down because people are scared they're going to get out of the business, whatever. The accidental landlord's not going to be renting, right? However, if you're a professional landlord, then you're going to be loving it, because there's less landlords, there's more people lining up because they've been losing their homes or losing their jobs, and they need to rent. They can't afford to own anymore, and so the rents will constantly go up. So why wouldn't that seller just rent it out themselves? Well, they don't have the skill set. They don't know how to do the evictions. They don't know how to screen the tenant. So because they don't have the skill sets, and I took the time to educate myself to get the skill sets, that's where I create the opportunity. Okay. Why couldn't a seller just sell it traditionally with a real estate agent? Because they have to come up that $30,000, $40,000 out of their pocket. Okay, if they have negative equity, it could be any kind of situation where the seller has a lot of equity. It could be a situation where seller has marginal equity, no equity, or negative equity. It doesn't matter. Subject to can be used to make money. So subject to is a situation where the seller just lets you, or lets the investor, not you, the investor, take over the payments of their home. They have already got a loan and open, sure, darling. And they just can't make the payments because of what's happening today. Okay, here you go. Here you go, sweetheart. There you go. So this is what I've been forecasting since 2016. I said subject to heaven is going to come, and we're already here, guys. 2019, I said, hey, there's the intro. In 2020, we are right in it. So there's great wealth that's going to be made, but a lot of people are going to be so scared because they have lost money that they're not going to want to do anything, which is great because it's amazing. Because there's less competition, right? So there's going to be less competition, less people willing to take a risk because they lost a lot of money, and there's going to be tons of inventory. So the best opportunity ever. I'm going to love it. Not because prices are going up, because prices are coming down. I'm going to love it because there's blood in the streets. I'm going to love it because there's fear in the air. And, a lot of sellers will, be giving up away their equities or giving up away their, assets for pennies on the dollar. If it's a subject to deal or if it's an owner finance financing deal or if he's even a cash deal, sellers are now going to be giving up their equities, and because they're motivated for one reason or another. And thanks to central bankers, thanks to Big Brother printing of wars, all the wars we go to, there's a cost to that. And the cost is that the average American is going to lose their equities everywhere, from their homes all the way down to their stock market, their 401s, their pensions. Now, if anyone's interested on finding these motivated sellers, how to find them, how to talk to them, how to negotiate, how to structure these deals, then I recommend going to mrnofluff.com and downloading my Owner Financing for Profits course. This course teaches you, is a guide from A to Z on everything you need to know about owner financing, how to create nodes, how to buy it and turn around and rent it, how to how to buy it on a new node and sell it on a new node, all the stuff you may need. Plus, I've given you a 3-package combo where I've included 42 ways to find motivated sellers for free. I've included the Owner Financing for Profit course, and I've also included my No Fluff negotiation course. All of it together for just $197. Normally retails for $2,300. You can get it at mrnofluff.com. Only catch is, I think we only have 5 or 6 left. I can't remember off the top of my head, guys. So only 5 or 6 left. Once it sells out, I had 50 just a couple of days ago. Once it sells out, the price will never be at this price ever again. Why am I basically giving it away? Because I know this is the best time to be your dreams in America. And if you want to be a real estate investor, you want to have passive income, then download the course, Owner Financing for Profits. All I focus on is how to buy houses via owner financing, where the seller becomes your bank. You don't need credit. You don't need all the cash. You don't need any of this stuff that traditionally you will require, like a bank loan. Now, there's always will be risk. You will have to put in the work, right? But those things, I don't have a sugar pill for that, okay? And if you're willing to put the work in, if you think this is a great opportunity to get into real estate, if you're not scared, then download my course. It's revolutionary. This is what I used exactly in the last crash to buy homes, and I loved it, right? So anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ride more bikes with my kid. We still got a couple more miles to finish up. Go to mrnofluff.com. We just got a few of these books left. I think 5 or 6. I can't remember. Once it sells out, it sells out. Every course in that 3-package I sell individually. Like the No Fluff, I sell it for $1,000. The No Fluff negotiation, I sell it for $1,000. The 42 ways to find these sellers for free or almost for free, I sell it for $300. The only reason you get in at such a great price is because I'm putting it together. The collapse is here, and I'm willing to help out 50 people to be their dreams. Okay, so don't wait around. It's going to be sold very, very soon, guys. And don't wait around, guys. In my opinion, it's not financial advice. This is the best time to be an entrepreneur, dude. This is the best time. It doesn't get any better than this. I don't think it's gonna get ever better. This is something that happens every 100 years. It's not one of these booms and busts that happens like every 10 years or every 7 years. This is one of these things that happens every 100 years. And we're about to have massive change in our whole way we do business in America, from people working remotely to crypto dollar to so many different things. And owner financing is one of this greatest. Basically, you're taking over other people's mortgages. You're using other people's debt, and you're enriching yourself, guys. Okay. So, what are you saying? Say bye, guys. Say be your dreams. Don't take no for an answer. Say be your dreams, guys. Because I love riding bikes, right? You want to go do Shakabazi? Mommy. She wants to go to mommy, guys. Perfect, guys. Much love. Click the like button. Let me know what state you're from. Go to mrnofluff.com. Be your dreams. Don't take no for an answer. Peace.